Welcome back to Lochs and Highways. Or just welcome, if you've never been here before. This morning's wander begins beside Loch Venachar, here in the Callander area. It's cold, quiet and still, the kind of morning where every sound carries a little further. The air's got a sharpness to it, and the hills in the distance are resting under a fresh cap of snow, like winter's gently settled in overnight. We'll follow the lochside road for a little bit, before turning off into the hills and woodland, letting the walk, or the dogs, decide the pace. But for now, there's no rush. Let's take a moment and enjoy this corner of the Highlands. As we start up the forestry track, I can't help but pause for a moment and just take in the view. Even if my phone decided to do its own little dance here. We'll call it character, shall we? The first hints of snow are starting to appear on the track, and knowing what the hills opposite the loch are like, I figure it's time to pop the dogs' coats on. My golden retriever isn't exactly a fan of fashion, but it's probably for the best. The air's biting, and I've got my gloves on, so I know it's only going to get colder as we climb. It's just a light dusting for now, nothing too dramatic, but enough to give the trail that proper winter feel. The dogs are in their element as we head up the forestry track. My German Shepherd's eyes light up at the first touch of snow. Even a light dusting has her running along, tail high, ears flicking, sniffing the air like she's discovered a secret winter playground. My golden, meanwhile, keeps a steady pace, calm and content. Unless a squirrel or a curious deer appears, then all bets are off. They walk so nicely along these rural tracks, noses twitching at every scent, almost like they're taking in the views. On busier or areas I don't know, I'll pop on a halty, just to keep things safe. But for now, it's just us, the quiet trail, the snow dusting the path, and the hills stretching out like a proper Highland postcard. The snow's getting a wee bit more noticeable now, crunching underfoot with every step. It's a shame the clouds have lowered in. The views from up here are nothing short of spectacular. I'll slip in some pictures later in the video from a clearer day so you can see the hills in all their glory. All around, the hills are alive with little streams, water running off in sparkling waterfalls. Even in the cold, it's a proper Highland scene, quiet and beautiful. The dogs are happily exploring every step of the way, and my German Shepherd keeps glancing back, making sure I'm following along, just in case I've wandered off into the wrong patch of snow. It's starting to snow a bit now, just enough to dust the track and the hills around us. The remnants of the forestry work are all around, a reminder of the human hand in this wild place. But it's great to see new trees planted and thriving, even in the snow. Interestingly, the dogs barely react to the snow falling. They're just taking it all in, calmly sniffing and strolling, pausing now and then to admire the view alongside us. It's one of those quiet, perfect moments where the hills, the snow and the young trees all come together, and you can't help but pause and appreciate it. Just up ahead we'll be passing a wee loch, a small fishing loch fed by a burn that, in older Highland names, would be referred to as the dark stream beside the ridge, or something along those lines. It might be a mouthful in Gaelic, and I'm not even going to attempt to say it, but here it's one of those quiet little features that quietly dots the hillsides and gives these forests a bit of character. This area actually forms part of the Rob Roy Way, a long-distance trail that stretches from Dryman all the way to Pitlochry, following paths, forest tracks and loch edges that the famous outlaw Rob Roy MacGregor would have known well long ago. It's a route walkers and cyclists both love to explore because it stitches together some of the Trossachs' classic landscapes: lochs, hills, forests and rivers, over many miles. In fact, not far from here runs Cycle Route 7, part of the National Cycle Network, a signed route many riders enjoy for relaxed off-road riding and scenic days out. It weaves along quiet roads and paths through this countryside, linking villages like Callander, Strathyre and beyond, and gives walkers and cyclists alike a chance to savour this landscape from slightly different angles. It's one of those places where the land's history, old routes and new recreational paths all meet, quiet, peaceful and perfect for a morning like this. As we near the end of our walk, the ridge opens up on the right, revealing where a forest once stood. New trees have been planted here in the past few years, slowly taking their place among the hills. Forestry work has a way of uncovering views you might never have expected. From up here, you can see right down the loch, though today the snowfall and low clouds give it a more mysterious, wintry feel. It's one of those moments that makes you pause. The quiet, the snow drifting softly, the fresh young trees, and the hills unfolding beyond. Even with the clouds low and the cold biting, it's a proper Highland scene, and the dogs and I just take it all in before we head back down, as we take a final pause at the top of the track. My German Shepherd stands there looking out over Loch Venachar, as if she's taking it all in herself. And no, I didn't set that up. They're both just naturally dramatic like that. Thanks for joining us on this crisp winter walk. If you enjoyed wandering the hills, the lochs, and the quiet trails with us today, make sure to give a wee like and subscribe for more walks, drives, and hidden corners of Scotland. Until next time, I'll see you on the hills, the trails, or the roads, wherever the next adventure takes us.